Hi, everyone. I'm Dennis, and this is How Love Bites. I got a story for you. It's a story, it's pretty well known, but if you haven't heard it, well, then here you go. It's called The Scorpion and the Frog. Being I am in the land of scorpions these days, I've only seen one, and thank God it didn't get my dog in the nose, but they're treacherous little suckers. Boy, let me tell you. Anyway, here's how it goes. One day, a scorpion looked around at the mountain where he lived and decided he wanted a change. He needed a change. It was getting a little boring for him. So he set out on a journey through the forests and the hills. And he climbed over rocks and under vines and kept going until he reached a river. The river was wide and swift, and the scorpion stopped to reconsider the situation. He couldn't see any way across, so he ran upriver and then checked downriver, and all the while thinking that he might have to turn back. Suddenly, he saw a frog sitting in the rushes by the bank of the stream on the other side of the river. He decided to ask the frog for help getting across the stream. "Hello, Mr. Frog," called the scorpion across the water. "Would you be so kind as to give me a ride on your back across the river?" "Well now, Mr. Scorpion, how do I know that if I try to help you, you won't try to kill me?" asked the frog hesitantly. "Because," the scorpion replied, "if I try to kill you, then I die too. For you see, I can't swim." Now this seemed to make sense to the frog. Doesn't it always? But he asked, "What about when I get close to the bank? You could still try to kill me and get back to the shore." "This is true," agreed the scorpion. "But then I wouldn't be able to get to the other side of the river." "All right, then. How do I know you won't just wait till we get to the other side and then kill me?" said the frog. "Ah," crooned the scorpion, "because you see, once you've taken me to the other side of this river, I will be so grateful for your help that it would hardly be fair to reward you with death. Now would it?" So the frog agreed to take the scorpion across the river. He swam over to the bank and settled himself in near the mud to pick up his passenger. The scorpion crawled onto the frog's back, his sharp claws prickling into the frog's soft hide, and the frog slid into the river. The muddy water swirled around them, but the frog stayed near the surface, so the scorpion would not drown. He kicked strongly through the first half of the stream, his flippers paddling wildly against the current. Halfway across the river, the frog suddenly felt a sharp sting in his back, and out of the corner of his eye saw the scorpion remove his stinger from the frog's back. A deadening numbness began to creep into his limbs. "You fool," croaked the frog. "Now we both shall die." "Why on earth did you do that?" The scorpion shrugged. "I couldn't help myself. It's my nature." Then they both sank into the muddy waters of the swiftly flowing river. "Self-destruction. It's my nature," said the scorpion. We can all empathize with this guy, right? We've all made this same misjudgment at some point in our lives. Even after reading this story, we're probably still going to screw it up. Laugh out loud, right? But hey, maybe we'll get it right eventually. Before getting too invested or too emotionally attached to someone, you should always try to figure out what's their nature, who they really are. Who are they? Not who they are presenting to you at that moment. We can all employ masks at certain times when needed to make ourselves appear better than we really are or we really might be. We're also all susceptible to caving under pressure, feeling exhausted, drained, fed up, losing our cool, and showing a side of ourselves that's much worse than who we really are. Those, I'm so sorry. I'm not myself right now. I don't know what got into me. I'm not usually like that. Moments to keep us up at night. We all have our temporary ups and downs, good days and bad days, and highs and lows, angel moments and devil moments. Anomalies aside, everyone has a true nature. You are who you are at a core level. It's important to try and figure out and see through the short-term spikes and dips so you can understand who someone is before you get in too deep. In the story, the frog makes an unfortunate and soon regrettable decision to trust the scorpion. A smile, a few charming words, and a very temporary and very misleading representation of who he was is all it took for the frog to let his guard down and forget or ignore what he already knew the scorpion to be. Scorpions will do stuff. We really can't be mad at a scorpion for acting like a scorpion. It's in their nature. Instead, it's on us to do a better job of controlling who we let into our lives and who we spend our time with and our energy on. It's our job to pay more attention. Let's try our best to avoid traps, avoid wasted time. The most precious thing we own, our time, right? Avoid being hurt unnecessarily and to simply start paying more attention. If we can do that, then hopefully we won't end up like our buddy, the frog.